Federal technology staffers resign rather than help Musk and Doge. Let's get into that. How do I feel about that? So more than 20 civil service employees resigned Tuesday from Trump advisor Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, saying they were refusing to use their technical expertise to dismantle critical public services. It says, "We swore to serve the American people and uphold our oath to the Constitution across presidential administrations." The 21 staffers wrote in a joint resignation letter, a copy of which was obtained by the Associated Press. All right. However, it has become clear that we can no longer honor those commitments. It says the employees also warned that many of those enlisted by Musk to help him slash the size of the federal government of the President Trump's administration were political ideologists who did not have the necessary skills or expertise for the task ahead of them. It says the mass resignation of engineers, data scientists, designers, and project managers is a temporary setback for Musk and the Republican presidential tech-driven purge of the federal workers. It comes amid a flurry of court challenges that have sought to stop, or unwind their efforts to fire the coerce thousands of government employers or employees out of their jobs. How do I feel about that? For the individuals, okay, they say they swore to serve the American people. No, you didn't. Okay, and one of the reasons I know you didn't, because you didn't do it the last 4 years under Biden. All right, a lot of those government agencies, all right, and those government buildings down there that you're working in, y'all did a terrible job, okay, the last 4 years under Biden. So how is it that you have someone that wants to come in right now and switch things up and hold you accountable, and now all of a sudden you want to resign? Now all of a sudden you want to take certain actions to resign. The 21 staffers who wrote in that resignation letter. All right, and look, I don't think it's a setback. I think that it's going to keep going, because the job you do not do, somebody else will. All right, the pay that you are giving up, somebody else will take that pay and do that job way better than you did. All right, so for these individuals who think they are helping individuals, okay, or helping this or hurting the situation, you're not hurting the situation at all, because someone's going to come in qualified and do the job that you do not want to do. All right, how can you not want change? You should want change in this new economy. All right, this new administration, you should want that change. All right, so for the engineers, the data scientists out there, you're not doing anything but hurting yourself. You're leaving a job, okay, or you're leaving a career, and you think you're going to get hired somewhere else with this new administration. You're already under the microscope. You're already under the microscope, and the crazy thing is, like I said, you're going to have more people that are going to come in and do the job and get the task that needs to be done accomplished. That's what's going to happen. All right, and like I said, y'all, I said in another video, I'm for it. All right, for like the whole government employees thing like that. Look, I'm for the slashing. And the reason why I'm for the slashing is because, number one, government workers have always been overpaid. I was born and raised in D.C. Before Trump even thought about running for president years ago, even when I was a small kid, the reputation with government employees is that they're overpaid and do nothing. That's always, for years, way before Trump came, way before Obama came, way before any of that stuff. Government workers, y'all, I'm telling you right now, government workers have a bad reputation, especially on Capitol Hill, especially for individuals that work in a government building. They have a terrible reputation, a bad one. I've had family members, I've had family and friends that work in government buildings. I know people that retire from like the IRS that say, yo, we did an hour's worth of work and we sat down and played cards or solitaire all day. That's all we did. Or we did 30 minutes worth of work and we spent the last 7 hours and 30 minutes looking at TV, playing around, goofing around. Okay, I have family members that work in the U.S. Capitol who've told me, I said, do you think you're overpaid? They actually admitted, hell yes, I'm overpaid. For the work I do, for the little work that I do, yes, I'm overpaid. I don't have to do much. I can go to work, slack off, act a fool, act the ass, okay, because the government job is somebody else's playground. The government job for a government employee's playground. That's what it is. I've had people admit that they are overpaid. I have people admit that they sit around on their ass and play cards, do whatever. All right. And because of their reputation of government employees, okay, it pissed off a lot of non-government employees. Because of that reputation, now you get what you get. Because this has been going on for eons, y'all. It took a long time to build up to this point right now with the whole government federal workers. This has been going on for a long time. DC natives, the average Joe 9-to-5 DC native cannot stand government employees because they're overpaid, they do nothing. The average Joe DC native who has a non-government job puts in more work for less pay all the time. Okay, just to make ends meet. When you have other individuals like government workers who are making ends meet easily, and they're doing less work. Okay, I had moms, I had grandmothers, I had my grandmother, my mom, my aunts, uncles, family, friends, everybody. For as long as I can remember since I was a little kid, people say, man, I cannot stand government workers. They don't do shit. And for the individuals who have no experience, okay, or have not experienced what I've experienced with individuals or working on Capitol Hill, because I did work on Capitol Hill for 10 years. Okay, so not only have I worked on Capitol Hill for 10 years, but I know I have worked with a lot of government employees. Like I said, I have government employee family and friends. All right, and the reputation that I have noticed, okay, growing up as a kid, it's ridiculous. Do they deserve to be cut? Does it deserve to be some slashes and cuts? Hell yes, it does. Make those people work. Stop overpaying them. Make those people work. Do they deserve to keep those jobs? No. Get on in. If you want to slack off, okay, and make your money doing less work, get your ass out of the government building and get a regular 9-to-5, non-government 9-to-5, so your ass can do some work. Okay? Make your money, earn your money. You got to earn that. So do I feel bad for government employees? No. Because ever since I was a little kid, I've heard endless individuals, okay, over my time, complain about government employment, complain about government workers. They cannot stand them. And anybody who's feeling bad for government workers, you have no idea. Like, I can't even begin to, like, you have no idea the reputation that government employees have. I do not feel bad. When I've had government employees admit to me that, hey, yes, I get overpaid. Yes, I don't have to do shit at a job. Just do 30 minutes of work and I can slack off all day until it's time to punch out. Okay? It is utterly ridiculous. Do I feel bad? No. Should you feel bad? Hell no. The individuals who have no experience at all or are sitting up here talking about they feel bad, you're feeling bad because you're inexperienced of what you should know. You don't know what you should know. All right? This is a different perspective versus someone who's been born and raised in Washington, D.C., worked on Capitol Hill, worked in the government buildings, okay, worked in the Capitol, worked in the EPA buildings. I drove around deputy administrators and all at the Capitol Hill, all right, to the office Senate buildings, the Hart buildings, all of those buildings up there around the U.S. Capitol. Okay, I've driven, look, I've worked around a lot of the bigwigs. All right, so I've been around this stuff. So I can say, I'm qualified to say this, that the government workers deserve everything that they're getting. But for someone who lives somewhere in West Bubble fuck somewhere that don't have no experience about how Capitol Hill works and how real government jobs work, you can't say anything. All you can do is express an opinion that means nothing. All right, you're so emotional talking about you feel bad for these people. I don't. So this is my video, y'all. And everything that's going on, I'm telling you right now, if there was something going on that I did not feel comfortable with or I thought was messed up, I would say it. So far, everything that Trump wants to do with these cuts and all of this stuff that's going on, it needs to happen. For individuals talking about the tariffs and all of that stuff, and that, it's going to drive up inflation. It's not going to drive up inflation for 4 years. Biden drove up inflation. All right, we need to get a process going. A process needs to be going in order to correct the economy. Nothing happens overnight, and everybody know that. The only reason why people are complaining because they're still fucking butthurt that Biden lost and that Trump is in office. That's the only reason they're mad. What's going on now? I have not seen anything so far. I even see the Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk is getting criticized because he said government workers do nothing. It's true. Government workers don't do shit. They do nothing. People who are complaining about Elon Musk are the individuals that are still butthurt because the election did not go their way. Did Elon Musk say anything wrong? No, he did not. He spit all facts. Government workers don't do shit, okay? A handful of government workers that actually do their job does not speak for the majority or the bigger percentage of 100% of government workers who don't. All right, is a bigger percentage of government workers who are the bad apples that make the whole reputation for government workers, the government working industry. You got a handful of government workers that do what they're supposed to do. All right, let's say you might got 25% of government workers that actually give a hell and give their best, 110%. All right, and the other 75% are the ones that slack off and don't do a goddamn thing. Do I feel bad? Hell no. Lose your job, get your ass in a non-government position, okay, so you can actually earn your paycheck. No more sitting around playing cards. No more playing video games. No more looking at fucking Netflix on your iPad for the next 7 hours until it's time for you to clock out. No more doing any of that shit. All right, while you got other hardworking employees actually out here busting their ass every single day to make ends meet. Okay, miss me with that shit. I don't want to hear any of it. And for the individuals out there that's talking about they feel bad, shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just an emotional goddamn wreck who's still butthurt about the election. This is my video, and I will catch y'all on the up and outie.